Hey everybody, Vade here back at another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run your own Minecraft server completely for free, potentially 24/7 if you want your computer up and running all the time. At least that's what I want because the thing is I don't have a NAS at home. I just use my daily, the computer that I drive daily as my NAS. And I mean, my computer, the computer that I'm using right now that I'm recording with, has 120 gigs of RAM, 7900 XGX. It's a crazy PC, and I want to do everything on it. So, as I'm recording right now, I am hosting a Minecraft server with 64 gigabytes of RAM allocated to it. And I understand that there are other people now. Of course, they may not, to the extent to which having their computer on 24/7, at least just hosting a Minecraft server on their own computer completely for free with a bunch of RAM. If you're on DDR4, memory is pretty cheap right now. Even DDR3, right? You could get like your old computer from your basement and run your own server. Using Windows. You don't have to install some random Linux distro, like you see thousands of YouTube videos. It's very straightforward. I'm gonna direct you to the straightforward method here. So this first site is playit.gg. So what this does is it eliminates this very weird, unreliable, uncertain process called port forwarding. Now, port forwarding is it's like a network configuration technique. It just allows other devices to access a device, again, the device that's trying to access is the device that hosts this game server, this Minecraft server, on a private network. So this is really required, especially if you're hosting this out of your home, which I'm assuming you are. Your network is most likely a private network because you ISPs usually default to a private network. It's just how it is, right? You don't want your neighbors to just randomly log into your internet. It's a safety concern. So port forwarding, it's a really frustrating process because if you watch a YouTube tutorial on how to port forward, it's just really uncertain because different ISPs have different control panels and ways of accessing that control panel. It's just a weird process, and it really depends on the router you have, or the modem you have, the ISP you have. It's really weird. It's a really uncertain process. It's a really frustrating process at times. So this website right here, playit.gg, eliminates that process entirely. You just download it and you just make an account, and it just creates an IP for you. It just eliminates that port forwarding process for you. I'm not 100% sure how it works. It's kind of like a VPN, but not really at the same time, because it's not altering your IP address itself is not changing. Um, I have to look more into how it actually works, but essentially it's just so easy. I don't even care at this point. It's so easy. It's pretty risk free because it's a well known network. Playit.gg. You just download it, and then you log in. You create an account, and then it'll give you this sort of, like, it's all web based. All right, when you download it, it'll give you this sort of terminal command prompt looking thing, and you just have to configure it. It takes like 1 to 2 minutes max to do. So once you configure it, then you'll just get your IP. That's it. Now there are some premium things you can get with Play.gg, but it's really not required. It's like if you want a custom IP, you have to pay for that. You do not need to do that. Really, it's again, if you're trying to make some huge, large scale server, then you can consider it. But really, it's completely free. You get your own IP, you get a free IP, and it just eliminates that port forwarding process. And it's so easy. It's the easiest way to do it. I've seen so many other methods and services like this, but nothing beats Play.gg right now. I will try to make a follow-up video of something better than Play.gg, comes up, but I don't really think that's gonna happen. This is a great service. Secondly, if you're more, into the like inner workings, like how do I get the Minecraft server actually running on my computer? Okay, forget port forwarding. That's like later, right? You want to get the world actually up and running on your PC. This is where I'd recommend something like Paper. Now, again, I'm not going to make a tutorial on how to specifically get the server files and all that stuff because that's again, it's a process that would take you like at least 20 minutes to sort of do, especially if it's your first time setting up a Minecraft server on your system. Keep in mind, it's not a hard process. You just watch a YouTube video. They're pretty consistent. There's no like special thing you need to do depending on your ISP, like port forwarding. It's just putting the files on your system, uh, look at accepting the EULA stuff like that. Um, so it'll take probably at least 20 minutes if it's your first time, but super easy. Reason why I'm recommending Paper is because it includes stuff like Spigot and Bookit. Now Spigot and Bookit are these APIs that allow for different plugins. For example, you want a gravestone plugin, or you want some sort of custom food plugin, stuff like that. That's why Paper is so good, because it supports Spigot and Bookit and all this stuff. And also, Paper is very consistent. It's so easy. I think it's easier to get the Paper jar file instead of the actual official Minecraft server jar file. I think Paper, they're very consistent. Paper servers are really good. They support everything. It's so easy. You just download this. Like you go to downloads here, you click Paper, and you get your jar file here, and you go from there. Now, I will try to, like I can like look up right now, um, like some YouTube tutorials here, um, if that helps. Um, Let me see here. YouTube.com. If we like how to install Paper server, right? If we go here, this guy, breakdown is good. Troubleshoot, this guy is awesome. I think I used his tutorial at the first time. Like, of course, it was an older tutorial. The first time I set up a Minecraft server or a Paper server was a very long time ago. Troubleshoot.
Simon says,
Sorry for this ad
upgrade.
here.
Again, what's new?
What's up? I'm Troubleshoot, and welcome back to another video.
Yeah, so he goes over the process, right? Like this is the download page for Paper, and then you install it. It's just um, it's a lot of just like downloading, modifying files, creating your startup app file, which essentially, if you click on that file, it starts your server. You know, all this stuff. It's really easy. And then here he goes over the firewall stuff. You like port forwarding. You could essentially like after look at this. He does it in 5 minutes. Of course, you'll have to pause a lot because it's your first time. You'll probably have to, you know, take your time on this. Don't rush it. There's a chance you may make a mistake or two, so don't rush it. Um, this firewall stuff, you can skip it because, and again, this is a very painful process, especially because it varies. Like what he's doing in the video could be nothing like what you have to do. Um, so because you have play.gg, you can forget all that firewall and port forwarding. Just download it, make your account, and then you have to just connect it to your. You have to do some like light config. You have to configure some stuff. It's very minimal. And that's it. You're done. We can also probably like play it .gg tutorial. There are some good tutorials if you ever do get confused. Like look at this. I'm sure this tutorial is good. We can
If
check
you've
it
ever
out.
tried to run a Minecraft server,
Yeah, you see here like when you download it, you get this like this sort of terminal command prompt looking thing. You just copy this, and you paste in your web browser. And it's just a bunch of configuring in the web. And again, it's very minimal, very minimal. much better than port forwarding, and it's super fast. It's really good, and I highly recommend doing playit.gg. If in fact you know port forwarding, you know what that is already. You're an expert at port forwarding. You've done this a billion times. It might as well do it. But I still think this is a very, very user friendly option for someone who knows who has no clue what port forwarding is. So yeah, playit.gg and PaperMC. These are really, like, you download these two things, you will be set. Okay, yeah, especially with Paper, when you download a version, you want to update it to like the latest version. You just have to switch a jar file. You just have to switch the files and then change, just modify. I'm pretty sure it's the start.bat file, and just rename it the new file. It's so easy to update your server, your Minecraft server file to modify it to a different version. It's really easy. So I highly recommend using Paper. Paper is awesome. And then Playit. I would say this is a no-brainer, just because port forwarding is terrible, and it's super fast. Okay, super fast. It's not like a slow thing that makes your server more of a lag. It's very fast. All right, see you guys.